Friends, countrymen, Russians. We are gathered here today to pay tribute to the life, works, and legacy of a dear friend of all of ours, Geronimo the alpaca. For the mere crime of having had, at some point in the past, bovine tuberculosis, and now, by all accounts, not having it, Geronimo was put to death at 1100 hours on the morning of recording by the coward Keir Starmer. Though you may be gone from our lives, Geronimo, we will never forget the day you first came into them, about 2 weeks ago, when this story started. We've laughed, we've cried, and ultimately I think we've all learned something. Moreover, leader of the opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, being held personally responsible for the death of a beloved alpaca, is going to play extremely well on the doorstep in Hartlepool. Alice, you knew Geronimo better than any of us.
That's
true.
true.
What is your most abiding memory of our dear mutual friend?
Well, he actually got me started in this business, and I was very worried about recording podcasts. But he told me you have to be aggressive, and you have to be unrelenting as the bovine tuberculosis that ravaged his alpaca body. You have to never, ever concede anything to the listener. And really, he just gave me permission to be weird. So it's excuse me, it's very emotional for me.
I'm so sorry. Abigail, I understand you and Geronimo were very close.
Yes, I met Geronimo the alpaca at VidCon a few years ago.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's very emotional.
No.
Geronimo just kind of came into my life, and it was just a life-changing presence, really. We spent kind of one very magical night together, and that then spawned.
No, go on. What did it spawn?
just a very
it's gonna be hard to move forwards with our lives now that there's a massive Geronimo-shaped hole in them. But if the congregation could now turn to page 4 of your programs, you'll find the Memorial Carol today, which is, of course, the theme tune to the podcast Kill James Bond. I'll never forget that night. Oh my god! There's a joke about a very, very dead alpaca.
That's right.
Welcome. You're the host, aren't you?
Welcome to Kill Geronimo.
I'm your host, Keir Starmer.
Oh my god. Joining me are the Undersecretary of State for DEFRA, Abigail Ford.
Buonasera in Transylvania. I am back in the European Union shooting a TV series, recording from a church conversion in Transylvania.
Hell yeah.
There was a massive thunderstorm
cool.
that just finished a few hours ago, so this whole country rules.
Absolutely
Phenomenal.
Looking forward to a haunted podcast. And I, as always, am Alice Caldwell-Kelly. We're doing a Q&A again. We are going to A some of your Qs.
Yeah, I get a record number of Qs to A this time. It was quite difficult for me to actually narrow this one down, which has been very nice, because previously, I don't want to attack our listeners particularly, but there was some...
Yes, you do.
It's a little bit of dire questions.
What, Devon, what's your perfect Sunday? Begins with sighting up an alpaca with a sniper rifle.
That's right, baby. Entering a sort of sniper contest between me and Keir Starmer, who is trying to assassinate a defecting Geronimo the alpaca. Well, let's crack right in. Let's start off.
Let's jump in.
Start off with a nice lowball. Panda asks, "How you doing?"
You know, I'm thriving. I found a new use for the Max von Sydow heroin drop, which I'm excited to use in the next episode of this we record.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to the Well There's Your Problem live show on the 3rd of August, which I will be beaming into as I will be projected on the wall as a big giant Head and Shoulders. So I'm very much looking forward to threatening that if my demands are not met.
You need to get a cat for the beaming in.
Yeah, a little stuffed cat.
Smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing well. I'm gonna go into some night shoots tomorrow night and the night after, so I'm kind of bracing myself for what is sure to be quite a long 48 hours. But other than that, I can't really say much about what I'm doing. But I'm doing very well. This show is gonna be fucking cool.
Section 6, paragraph 25. It's on a need to know basis.
Mm-hmm.
Just continue to make references to the episode going out the week after this one.
I just watched it before we started recording.
Yeah, me
too. So I'm just ready for it. Yeah, okay. Devin, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Is the thing, which is why I haven't been posting that well recently, because I've got a very healthy brain right now. By the time you listen to this, I will have moved into a house with my girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely wonderful elf.
On permanent dome leave. You're on like a dome sabbatical.
Some last days of Rome tier shit. It's going to be ideal. So I'm very healthy. I've got a normal brain. It's going well. Although I am a little bit, slightly nervous about renting a property using the money that I get from a podcast that is about a very limited series of movies.
That's
that we
true.
are.
Well, the thing is,
halfway done with.
The thing is, once we get done with No Time to Die, if it ever comes out by the time we get there, we will shut down the podcast. We will not do any more movies about anything. That's the plan that we made. That's the blood pact that we all signed. We definitely will not find an excuse to continue this thing that we all enjoy and make a profit doing beyond the lifespan of the franchise.
That's right.
James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just enjoy hanging out with the two of you, really.
We'll continue to do this with like other movies. We just won't record it, and you will not have access to it.
I didn't even realize we were recording this one until 3 weeks in.
Like, wait a minute.
That explains all the slurs.
Yeah, it's really good that Nate edited all of those out, but
that was kind of.
It took some real effort.
All that shit about Geronimo the alpaca.
I think it was weird how you went into week 2 just infected Geronimo the alpaca with bovine tuberculosis.
Yeah, Abby's not on this episode because she's in a farm just outside Bristol.
None of us knew who Geronimo the alpaca was at this point, but you were creeping over fences with a hypodermic full of bovine TB, and really that's the extra mile.
Well, look, I mean, we used to be close, but not so much anymore. And I needed to get that alpaca back. Like, I needed to be the number one.
That's right, baby. Halt, criminal scum. That's enough of that. This episode is a bonus. So if you want to hear the rest of this episode, you're going to have to go to patreon.com/KillJamesBond and subscribe. Looking forward to seeing you there. Peace out, bitches. Love you.